If you are looking at a house packed with a lifetime of belongings and the thought of cleaning it out makes something in your chest tighten, hear this first. You do not have to clean it, not one room. In Georgia, you can sell a hoarded home exactly as it stands today, and by the end of this video, you will understand how that actually works better than most people who have already done it. I am going to be honest with you about the trade-offs too, because that is the only way I know how to do this. Understanding comes first. The decision is always yours. I am Alexis with Riv Buys Properties. If you are standing in a home filled with a lifetime of belongings, maybe a parent's home, maybe your own, you are probably exhausted and quietly ashamed and not sure who it is even safe to ask. I want you to know two things right away. This is a recognized medical condition, not a character flaw. And you can sell this house without cleaning a single room. Let me walk you through exactly how it works in simple terms with no judgment, and I will be honest about the trade-offs because honesty is the whole point of what we do. Before we dive in, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. If you are looking at a house packed with a lifetime of belongings and the thought of cleaning it out makes your chest tighten, hear this first. You do not have to clean it, not one room. In Georgia, you can sell a hoarded home exactly as it stands, and by the end of this, you will understand how better than most people who have already done it. Take a breath. This is more doable than it feels right now. Before we touch the house, let me talk about the person because they are the reason this is hard. Hoarding disorder is a recognized medical condition. The American Psychiatric Association formally named it in 2013, and it affects roughly 1 in 40 people, more often as we age. So the shame so many families carry is misplaced. Your mother is not lazy. Your brother is not disgusting. Someone you love is living with a condition, and you are trying to help. Let us help from there. I lead with this on a selling video on purpose, because if you make this decision from a place of shame, you are more likely to rush it or get taken advantage of. Understanding first protects you. Now the question that probably brought you here. Can you sell a house in this condition without cleaning it out first? In Georgia, yes. Georgia is a caveat emptor state, which means the law expects buyers to inspect what they buy, and there is no state-mandated seller disclosure form required. You can sell a home as is, meaning you will not repair it and you will not clean it out. That is a real, legal, common thing, not a loophole. People do it every day. Here is where I have to be careful with you, because trust is the whole point of what we do. As is does not mean you can hide problems. As is means you will not repair, not that you can conceal. Even in a caveat emptor state, Georgia law still requires you to disclose known latent defects, the serious problems a buyer could not reasonably discover on their own, like hidden mold, a foundation issue, or pests, and you cannot actively lie or cover up what you know. You do not have to hunt for problems you are unaware of. You just cannot bury the ones you do know about. And hear this. With a home like this, honesty is not the fine print. It is both the right thing and your own legal protection, because a buyer who knew what they were taking on cannot come back later and say he tricked them. Selling as is selling openly, exactly as the house is, to a buyer who already knows. Here is the part almost no one explains, and it is the reason selling as is even possible. Whether a buyer can purchase your house has less to do with them wanting it and more to do with how they are paying. Most buyers use a mortgage, often an FHA or conventional loan. Those loans come with minimum property standards set by HUD that require the home to be safe, sound, and secure before the loan can close. The lender sends an appraiser, and a home in heavy hoarding condition routinely trips those standards. Blocked exits, no clear path to the kitchen or bathroom, exposed wiring, pests. When the appraiser flags any of that, the lender legally cannot fund the loan until it is repaired. So a normal retail buyer, through no fault of their own, often cannot buy the house as it stands because their bank will not let them. The family would have to clean and fix the house first before a finance buyer could ever reach closing. That is the wall. Cash buyers are the exception, and it is mechanical, not a favor. With no lender and no appraiser in the way, a cash buyer prices the clean out and repairs into their number and takes the home as it sits. That is why the buyer pool for these homes narrows to cash and as-is buyers. So how does a cash buyer actually arrive at a number on a full house? A responsible buyer starts from what the home would be worth fixed up, then subtracts what it will cost to get it there. And a big piece of that on a hoarded home is the clean out, which is a real specific cost. For light to moderate accumulation, a professional clean out tends to run roughly $1,000 to $4,000. For severe situations or anything involving biohazard or structural damage, it can run $10,000 to $25,000 and up. On top of that come repairs, months of carrying costs, and the risk of what is hidden. The buyer folds all of that into the offer. Here is why that matters to you. That clean out cost is exactly what you would otherwise have to pay upfront out of your own pocket before a financed buyer could even look at the house. When a cash buyer prices it into the offer, you never write that check and you never lift a box. I share the real numbers not to scare you, but so you can see plainly what an as-is sale is letting your family skip. Now the trade-off, because I will not pretend there's not one. A cash as-is offer is almost always below full retail market value. The buyer is absorbing the clean out, the repairs, the time, and the risk, so the number reflects that. But here is the honest way to compare, and it is the part families get wrong. Do not measure the offer against a Zillow estimate of a fixed-up house, because that is not the house you have. Measure it against what your house would actually net you after a clean out that can run from about $1,000 to well over $20,000, plus the repairs a lender would demand, plus months of mortgage, taxes, insurance, and utilities, plus a commission at the end. Subtract every one of those, and the gap is usually far smaller than it first looks, and sometimes it closes completely. And that math does not even count the emotional toll of walking those rooms, box by box, for months. You are allowed to put a value on your own peace. I would rather lose a sale than see you make one you regret. So hear this. Do not sell if the person living there has not been part of the conversation and still has the capacity to decide for themselves. A home sold out from under someone can shatter trust, and with an older adult, it can trigger the exact decline you are trying to prevent. Slow down if the hoarding is tied to a recent loss or an untreated condition, because the house is a symptom and forcing the sale rarely helps the person. And never rush in the raw first days after a death. If that fits you, the next step is not an offer. It is a calm conversation. And where an older adult's safety is genuinely at risk in Georgia, it is Adult Protective Services at 1-866-552-4464, option 3. They use the least restrictive approach, so their goal is to keep your loved one safe and independent, not to empty a house. That is help, not punishment, and it comes before any talk of selling. One more situation. If the person you love is renting and a landlord is pushing on the condition, the answer may not be a sale at all. Because hoarding is a recognized condition, it can qualify as a disability under the Fair Housing Act. which often entitles a tenant to a reasonable accommodation, like more time to bring in services and get the unit into compliance before removal. It is not unlimited, and it does not apply to a genuine unaddressed safety threat, but it is a real right. And the plans that work bring together the tenant, the landlord, and a mental health professional. Sometimes the most honest thing I can tell a family is that this is not actually a house to sell. When selling as is the right path, the process is simple. You reach out and describe the home honestly, clutter and all. We view it in person or remotely. You receive an honest cash offer with the reasoning behind the number explained out loud, not hidden. You take your time with no pressure. If you accept, closing is quick. You keep what matters and leave the rest. And you never sort, clean, or fix a thing. Anything irreplaceable, photos, documents, a ring lost in a drawer, we help you find and keep first. Know the signs of an honest buyer versus a predator, because the same condition that makes an as-is sale possible draws people who prey on families in crisis. An honest buyer explains the number and shows the math. A predatory one quotes a figure and rushes you. An honest buyer will tell you when you might not need to sell at all. A predatory one has only one answer. An honest buyer encourages a second opinion. A predatory one manufactures a deadline. So before you accept anything from us or anyone, put 2 or 3 offers side by side and hold them against your real alternatives. The choice should feel like yours made with a clear head, not theirs made under pressure. And hear this because I hear it on almost every call. Deciding to sell does not mean you failed the person, and it does not mean you love them less. Sometimes lifting the weight of a house is what frees a family to care for each other again. You are allowed to protect your own health while you help. Both things can be true. So where do we come in? If listing after a clean out is right for you, do that, and we will cheer you on. But for many families, the house is the heaviest part, and it does not have to be. We buy homes in any condition across Georgia, as is on your timeline, never ours. We never pressure, and we will tell you honestly when waiting, or a conversation is the better call. We are direct buyers, not agents, not wholesalers. When you talk to us, you are talking to the people who would actually buy the house. If you are facing a home like this and just want one clear next step with no pressure and no judgment, click the link in the description and explore everything we have built for Georgia families. All of it free and in one place. If you want to see what an honest cash offer on your specific home might look like, that is there too whenever you are ready. And if a conversation or a clean out comes first, we will help you think it through. You do not have to carry this alone. If you have a house like this and you just want one clear next step, click the link in the description and explore everything we have built for Georgia families, all of it free and in one place. We are a Georgia family that buys homes in any condition, as is on your timeline. You do not sort, you do not clean, you do not fix a thing. And if selling is not the right move for you yet, we will tell you that honestly too. No pressure, no obligation, no shame.